Alex, frustrating race for you last time out at Silverstone with an electrical fault. Can you tell us about that problem? And without it, would a points finish have been possible?
Yeah, it was a bit frustrating. Basically, yeah, car was live, so we couldn't really touch the car. I think the mechanics would have been a bit electrified if they did, so we had to stay out on track. And it was frustrating, but it's hard to say if I think we should have finished kind of where we were before we had the issue. So I think we were running about 8th around there. And of course it was just points missed, so that was a frustrating weekend because we had 2 tough weekends before that. And that was kind of the time when Silverstone, we were back on track, and opportunities to score some good points. And I mean, fortunately, Danny did, so it wasn't too bad at the end of the day.
Nico, you're 21 points behind McLaren in the Constructors' Championship now. Do you think that's a fair reflection of the relative performances of the two teams?
Well, it is. That's a fact. It is 21 points, but I think we probably, we could be right up there with them if you add up all the complications we had, all the missed kind of results, problems. So we should be thereabouts. But for sure, McLaren look very strong at the moment and are probably one of our main competitors that we'll be battling with from here towards the end.
Okay. Thanks, Nico. Good luck this weekend. Carlos, coming to you now, just to ask you about that battle with the Works Renault team. When you came into this season, did you expect to be ahead of them at this point?
No, I think the right answer is no. I wouldn't expect to be in front of Renault. There was a good trend going last year on in Renault, and I think we finished off the season quite strongly, but McLaren was at that time in Abu Dhabi more than half a second behind in qualifying, pretty much in every qualifying, and then in the race also. It was difficult to match or to see Fernando and Stoffel battling more at the back than compared to Nico and me. So it was very difficult to predict that at this stage this year we would be in front. I don't think we are in front. I think we are in front in the championship, but we are very equal in performance. And it makes the battle good fun, like it was in Silverstone, in Austria, in France. And we are happy to be battling with a team like Renault. And I think just the objective of us two is just to keep moving forward, both together, towards the top. Not look too much to what Renault is doing, but keep looking forward, keep looking to Mercedes, keep looking to Red Bull, Ferrari, and try to cut that gap down.
Kimi, coming on to you. You've scored in 7 of the 10 races so far this year, including the last 3. Is that the level of performance and consistency that you expected from Alfa Romeo when you joined them?
Hard to say, because obviously where they've been, let's say, last few years, it's not been the greatest. Last year they made, let's say, good gains from halfway through. So very unknown. So we just went in the season to try to do the maximum, see what we get, and we had a bit harder part than 3-4 races that we went on very fast. So, but we managed to recover from that at least a bit, and still a long way to go. But I think it's not been too bad, at least in their own books. So, we keep trying and try to make the car faster.
Sebastian, thanks for waiting. Coming on to you now. Let's start by talking about the car. You've told us in the past that it's tricky to drive. Can you tell us why it's so hard to find the sweet spot of the SF90?
Well, I think we had occasions where things were looking very good, and other occasions maybe where it was a bit more difficult. But I think that's also pretty normal. Throughout the season, you have different tracks with different characteristics, and sometimes the car feels more the way you like, and other times less. But I think we have, after the first couple of races, I think we're able to get quite a good picture of, what was missing compared to the performance we seem to have at the beginning of winter testing. And with that, I think we've made progress. Obviously, we're not where we would like to be, not as competitive as we would like to be, but I think overall the understanding and the direction is going in the right way.
You say you're not as competitive as you want to be. Well, Red Bull have taken a step forward in recent weeks. So how do you see the pecking order at the front of Formula One now?
Well, I think obviously Mercedes does have an edge on everyone else. That's, I think, pretty clear. Similar to previous years, they seem to struggle on tracks where tire wear and degradation is a bit higher, like we've maybe seen the last part of the race in France or in Austria. But in terms of raw speed, they are the benchmark. And I think for myself and for us, that's the benchmark. I think obviously between ourselves and Red Bull, it's been sometimes closer, sometimes we were ahead. Most of the times I believe we were ahead, sometimes we were behind, but you know, that's not the objective. The objective is to fight for wins, and to do so at the moment you need to be level or better than Mercedes.
Question to Sebastian. How badly do you want to win on Sunday, and how badly do you need to win on Sunday?
Not badly. I mean, you know, obviously I want to win, that's for sure. But as I said, I think I'm also realistic. So coming here, you know, I don't feel as we are the favorites, but I feel we have a chance. You know, I always feel that. For me, that's the point of going racing. You have a chance to do well. So that's the objective, and you know, we will find out during the weekend. But certainly, you know, it's a special place to me. It's very close to where I'm from. It's a lot of you know, family around and friends close by. So yeah, to find a good way to celebrate, I wouldn't need to go very far. So that would be quite handy.
You said in the past that you struggle when you're not feeling the car. Can you tell us, are you feeling this car? And if not, is it compounding the weaknesses that it already has?
Well, I think it's, as I tried to explain earlier, so I think it's normal that sometimes you feel more comfortable and sometimes less. I think for us it was important after the first couple of races to understand what, you know, brings this inconsistency, where the strength of the, you know, initial feeling with this car has gone, and why we're not able to repeat it the way we'd like. But I think we do have a very good understanding by now. I think we are trying a lot of things to, you know, obviously make it better, to find a direction. I think some things that we tried very good, other things we went back on.
Carlos, this is half of the season, and at this moment, what's the secret to be the best of the rest?
At the moment, there's no secret, and if I find it, I will obviously keep it secret. But no, I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of hard work done by the team and creating a package good enough to do what we are doing on race day. It's a combination of good strategies come Sunday. It's a combination of good starts, good pace when you need to have good pace, and good development. I think it's nowadays the midfield battle is so tight that you need to be on top of everything and be very good at everything. And I think this year we've been very good at mostly everything, and that's why we are leading in that battle.
To Sebastian and to Kimi, do you ever miss each other as teammates? And can you say what the best qualities were about each other as a teammate?
Kimi, let's start with you.
The meetings are a lot shorter now. When we are not in the same meeting anymore, or in the same team. So, no, I mean, we see each other still. So, you know, I enjoyed for sure. It was very good. But I think we were friends before, and it never changed, and it's still the same. So, you know, life goes on, and hopefully they pick up a bit speed and do well. So I think it's always been very honest, Seb. So it's easy going.
His best qualities?
Straightforward, honest.
Okay, Sebastian, on Kimi.
I can only return. Obviously now the meetings are not as short as they were, which is a pity. But yeah, I think as Kimi said, you know, we've sort of got on with each other before, had respect for each other, and it's the same now. So yeah. Best qualities, straightforward and honest. Yeah.